Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining the workshop. On behalf of CSC Department, MAHAGURU Institute of Technology, I welcome our principal, Dr. Manju J, our chief guest, Sir Arun Udaya Banu, our HOD, Mrs. Suma SG, and our teachers. I welcome everyone. Now I'm taking a moment to thank our principal, Dr. Manju J, for her endless care and guidance to grace the event. I also thank our HOD of CSC department for her immense support for this workshop. In this workshop, we'll be able to know more on the Salesforce and cloud computing, and which will be hosted by Sir Arun Udayabanu, IT Manager at Gulf Bioanalytical, Dubai. He has passed out BTech from the Indian Engineering College in 2006 and has a work experience of 2 years in India. He has also worked as a system administrator and a network administrator in Dubai. He is also working for a project on Salesforce. I welcome you, sir. Now I may hand over the session to Sir Arun Udayakumar.
Hi, Ashwini. Thanks for the introduction. Hi, everyone. Good evening. And I'm planning to finish this discussion within an hour. And so in no time, we can start the discussion. Today, we are going to discuss two topics. One is cloud computing. Another one is Salesforce. First, we start with the cloud computing, and then we will move to the Salesforce. Okay. Let me open the slides. One second. Hold on. So the first we will discuss about cloud computing, and this one is why we need cloud computing and what is cloud computing. These are the two topics to discuss on this cloud computing. So actually before the cloud computing, suppose if you want to do any IT infrastructure, we have to do almost all type of components. We have to keep it in our on-premise setups, which means in office we have to do all the IT infrastructure components. We need to keep all the IT infrastructure components. Conventionally, we say the IT infrastructure components means it's like networks and storage and then servers. Not only this one, so lots of other components also there. But conventionally, we say these are the three main components. Fine. There are lots of disadvantages are there for the on-premise setups. So we will first of all we have to take care of the service as we discussed just now, the servers and then storage and the network components and the air condition of the server room and the space of the server. So lots of things we need to maintain ourselves. So what are the disadvantages for this on-premise setups? As you know, scalability is one. The first one is scalability of the IT infrastructure, and the second thing is the cost, and the third one is this. I'm not explaining each and every points, but only main points I'm just explaining. First one is scalability. The second one is cost, and the third one is maintenance, and the last one is we can say it's a data recovery and other things. So let me go to that one. Okay. So the before cloud computing, we have to, as we discussed just now, we have to take care of everything. See, one moment, hold on. I think my laptop got, it's like it's not moving. The slides are not moving. Okay, these are the before this cloud computing. These are the main disadvantages. First, also scalability and the cost, server maintenance, and the slow data recovery. So the scalability means what? Suppose I am running a company and my application is in an e-commerce application, and all of a sudden I got the application e-commerce application got popularity, and then it gains popularity, and then the people started using this. It means number of people are increased. In that case, is what will happen. The server side, we will get more requests, right? So once we get the more request, the server has to maintain all those requests, right? The server loads will increase. Then sometime we can the server may breaks down. Server once this is the server capacity is more, the chances are there servers to break down. So in order to avoid this situation, what we can do, we can scale up the server or scale out the server. That's we will do it in an IT infrastructure way. We will say it is in an IT. We will say it is a scale up or scale out. What is scale up? Scale up means we will add number of servers, and scale out means we will increase the capacity of the servers. What is the capacity? One moment. Sorry, actually. Sorry. Okay. Scale out means we will increase the capacity of the server. Capacity of the server means the existing capacity, existing server's capacity, which means we will increase the RAM capacity, or we increase the storage, or we will increase we will add the extra processes. So this is what actually scale up or scale out. And you can imagine we can say we can this is once we our solutions gains popularity, means our e-commerce application got popularity, then we have to scale up the service. Suppose after some time this our application loses the popularity, then what will happen? Still we have to keep the service, right? We cannot throw the service. We have to keep the service, and which means we have to take care of the maintenance of the service. So these are the main disadvantages when you run IT infrastructure inside our office, that is the on-premise setups. First one is scalability, second one is the cost, and server maintenance and slow data recovery. What is slow data recovery means? Suppose something has happened on our server, the main server, then any small or mid company, or even the big companies, they will keep the backup server also. Suppose if the main servers have any issues, then what we will do? We will try to get the data from the backup server. But this will take a long time, because first of all we have to call the maintenance teams. They have to come to our office, and they have to maintain the if suppose if it is in hardware, then we need to order the hardware, and it will take a long time to get the hardware. And then once we get it the hardware, we have to repair the server, and then we'll start to do this from the scratch. We have to do everything, and then we'll connect with the data, the backup server, and we'll get the data to the main server. So it will take long time. So the slow data recovery also one of the issues for on-premise setups or the in-house setups. So see, this slide actually explain all those things. We have already discussed this all the details. It's like we will look at that one. The user data, the application gains popularity, then the database will further increase. To deal with this, the company invests more money to buy more service. However, the increase in load might cause your service to crash. And the maintenance also we already discussed. And then suppose if it is decrease, the applications, the traffic may decrease with the time, then what we do? So that's also we already discussed. And these are the main points for the scalability, disadvantages of the in-house setups: scalability, cost, server maintenance, and slow data recovery. But after the cloud computing, these things, is taken care by the cloud service providers. We don't want to worry about the scalability, cost, server maintenance, or the slow data recovery. Everything will be handling by this cloud service provider. So what we have to do is we will get a portal. It's like just open the browser, enter the portal. We can create a user ID and password. We can log into the portal, and we can create our own IT infrastructure with some mouse clicks. I will show you one portal that is I have created in the Microsoft Azure, just for an example. In a minute, we will show you. So these are the disadvantages for the on-premise setups. These disadvantages can be handled by the cloud computing. So that's what actually we need. Why we need cloud computing? That is the answer for that one. Okay, fine. So we will move to the next topics. That is what is cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but the delivery of computing services. What are the computing services? Such as servers are there, storage is there, database is there, networking is there, software. So these are the computing services. These computing services we will get through internet. We don't want to worry about any infrastructure inside our office. All the infrastructure or all the computing services we will get it through the internet. If you have an internet connections, you can connect to the cloud services. Then, as I said, we will get a portal. Through the portal we can create virtual machines, we can create storage, we can create databases, networking, everything you can do with the portal. Okay, we already discussed that, right? The cost is there in the IT infrastructure in-house. The disadvantage is the one is the cost. Cost means in advance we have to pay lots of money because we don't know if we are what we are investing is having a proper ROIs. ROI is the return of investment is there or not. Without knowing that one, we are investing a lot of money. But here in the cloud computing, the advantage is pay as you go model, which means suppose you are using any computing services in the cloud service, you have to pay for that one. For example, suppose you have a virtual machines, you want a virtual machines, you want a server, then you just create one server and you use the server, and you're going once you shut down the server, that your meter will stop. So that is not actually pay as you go. It's like a credit. It's like a mobile postpaid card. If you use that postpaid card means when you do the call, they will charge it. The service provider will charge it. If you not use it, then they won't charge it. Same like here also, if you want to use that the virtual machines or storage or whatever the resources, if you use it, then only they will charge it. So that's what is pay as you go model. That is the cloud computing service model. So that's what actually the about the cloud computing, and then we will move to the types of cloud models. So according to the business needs, the cloud services are divided into two main models. One is service models, another one is deployment models. The service models are again divided as three types, that is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So what is IaaS? IaaS is infrastructure as a service. I think you all know that one because you already learned it. Anyway, and PaaS is platform as a service, and SaaS is software as a service. In the same way, the deployment models are again divided into three. There's public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So we'll look into that one, each and every one. See, look this one. This is actually the on-premise setups. Differences between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So what's the difference between the IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS? First of all, the on-premise setups, you look in the on-premise setups, you have to manage everything from here, from networking, storage, servers. You have to handle virtualization, operation, the complete components you have to handle it. But once you move to the infrastructure as a service, so what you have to manage it? You have to manage it only the operating system, the middleware, runtime, data, and your applications. You don't want to worry about any networking, any storage or service or virtualization. This the example of IaaS is virtual machines. Virtual machine means it's you will get actually the cloud service, everything is virtual machines only. I think you all know that on what is virtual machines, and what is hypervisor. Hypervisor is the one that is who is handling the virtual machines creation and other things. For Microsoft, the hypervisor we say it is Hyper-V, and in VMware it is a vCenter. So these are the things. IaaS is virtual machines. So the example of IaaS is virtual machines, applications, data, runtime, middleware, and operating system. From operating system, you have to manage these things. But you don't worry about the networking side. You don't worry about the storage and service and the virtualization. Everything will be handled by the service provider. And once you move to the PaaS, this is PaaS is platform as a service. You will get a platform. See, the force.com is one of the example of the PaaS. Why I'm saying the force.com? Force.com is it is related with the Salesforce because it's it is platform for the Salesforce as well. The PaaS is platform as a service. So what you have to manage it here you have to take care of your data and your application. You don't worry about the middleware and the operating systems and virtualization, service, storage, and everything will be handled by the service provider. And the last one is SaaS, software as a service. Software as a service means you don't worry about any these application till that application level. You don't worry about anything. This complete things will be handled by the cloud service provider. So then what we will get it? We will get it a portal. Open the portal and you can do the configuration as per your requirement. So example of this SaaS is operators or 360 or 365 means Office 365, which is an exchange, which is a bundle of lots of components are there inside the Office 365. And the one main component is Exchange Online. Exchange Online is nothing but a mail service from Microsoft. So another one example is Salesforce. SaaS for SaaS, this model is software as a service model. One example is the Salesforce. Salesforce is also SaaS-based CRM application. Okay, this is the three different models as per the service models. So we already seen that infrastructure as a service means infrastructure as a service gives you full access to the server. You can install any custom software on the server as if it was your own infrastructure. So the infrastructure means, see, you, as I said, you don't worry about the networking, storage, nothing. You just go there and the portal, open the portal, you create a server, and once you create the virtual machines, you will get an external IP address. Using that external IP address, you can connect the server from your systems, from your laptop. Just use the remote desktop. This is the way actually you can connect it. You just select the remote desktop. Remote desktop connections will open up, and then you type your external IP address. It's something like this. External IP address is look like this 106, like that. You just type it, connect it. Right now I don't have any service, virtual service as such, so not show you exactly, but this is the way actually we will connect it. Let's say infrastructure as a service. Once this comes to the platform as a service, as we discussed already, we do not get the complete access of the whole server. Some pre-configured, this is, we get a pre-configured server in which we are limited to only changing a few settings. Software as a service, this is also we already seen, and it will delivering a whole software to a customer as a service, so the customer can directly access and use the software without installing or updating anything. So you don't worry about anything of this. The main advantage of cloud service is, see, once you run everything in your infrastructure, you need to worry about this, as I said, from the networking side, from the software side, and from the storage side, and the operating system sides. If you are, just suppose if you are handling an operating system, you need to know that Windows updations means the updations, the operating system updations also you have to take care, and the configuration of operating system you have to take care. So lots of things you have to take care. But once you go to the cloud service, as per your subscriptions, you are going to buy infrastructure as a service, then you will get a virtual machine. If you go platform as a service, if you select the subscription as a platform as a service, you will get the application, the platform, you will get it. And platform, for the example, platform is actually an app. So app service is there in the Microsoft. So you will get that app services. So you take care of only the app services. And software as a service means you will get a portal, or you will get a software. Just log in with your user ID and password and start do the configuration. In a minute, we will see the Salesforce. Then you will more understand about on the SaaS model softwares. And we already discussed about the service models of the cloud, and we'll move to the deployment models. Deployment models are public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud is same like this access, the complete computing resources can be shared with anyone. Means any user can log in, can buy the subscription, and they can start using the cloud services. But private cloud means that is exclusively for a single organization, which means only the users inside the server and inside the organization can access this private cloud. What is hybrid cloud? Hybrid cloud is, it's a combination of the public and private cloud. See, in our organization, we are running hybrid cloud. Some of the things we already have a private cloud. We have a very big setups, infrastructure setups inside our organization, and it's like a small data center. And okay, you know that as cloud means it's nothing but a data center of somebody's data center, somebody's system, right? Somebody is handling this data center, right? So same like we have in our organization, we have a private cloud. Private cloud means which we have almost all type of infrastructure, which is a miniature of a data center. We have all those infrastructure inside our organization, and the same time we have some functionalities we are actually running in the Microsoft Azure, that is the public cloud. We are running in that Microsoft Azure also. So it's a combination of private cloud and public cloud. Okay, fine. I think we already gone to the basics of the cloud and the service models also. I hope uh, it's not so difficult to understand these things because it's just the explanation of what is cloud computing and why we need cloud computing and what are the models is there in the cloud computing. These are the things only. And we will move to that next slide. Here it is. I already mentioned that there are three main cloud service providers. The first one is Microsoft Azure, and the second one is AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, and the third one is GCP, Google Cloud Platform. Suppose you are not so interested to do to do it in a program. I mean, you don't want to work as a programmer. You don't want to continue your career as a programmer. You can study the cloud services and become a cloud architect, and either one of them. What I'm telling is you are either Microsoft Azure or the AWS, because the GCP is not using much more, means many companies are not using GCP. Most of the companies are using either Microsoft or the AWS. So either one of them you just start studying. And so these are the cloud service providers. Main cloud service providers. So many other cloud service providers also there, but these are the three main cloud service providers. Okay, fine. I'll show you one portal for the Microsoft Azure, which is I already have that Microsoft Azure portal. 1 second. So if you want to go to the, if you want to create any, uh, some issue there. Sorry, I think it's got stuck. Okay, so this is the portal. uh, this is, you suppose if you want to create a cloud service in Azure, you have to type this portal.azure.com. I'll copy these things and I'll share it with you. 1 second. I'll share everything, so all the links I'll keep it here, and at the end of the discussion I'll share all the links. Okay, so this is the portal. Once you log on the portal, you can see here that I don't have any subscription right now, so I cannot create any virtual machines or any resources, but I can show you that what are the resources are there. So log in the portal, and then you can see here it is virtual machines are there, and then the complete resources. You can see here the complete resources. What are the resources? Here it is. I'll go here. I can click on the all resources, and it will be displayed all the but right now because of I don't have any subscriptions, it's a resource groups. Yeah, click on the all services. So okay, go to the compute. You can see the virtual machines. So if you go to the compute, you can see the virtual machines. Click on the virtual machines. You can create a virtual machine with some mouse clicks, and you can select all those things: application groups, container, lots of resources are there here. And same way, if you want to create a networking, you can go to the networking slide tab, and then you can select the virtual networks. You can create a public IP address of this, and you can create firewalls with this and application gateways. So everything is there under the networking. Network related components are under the networking. So this is the way actually we will use the cloud services. Which means just open a portal with some mouse click. We can create our own infrastructure. It's like virtual machines or the networks or the firewalls or the gateways, whatever we want it in for our IT infrastructure, we can create with the mouse clicks. So this is just an introduction of the cloud computing, and I just want to show you this is the way actually we are working on the the portals. This is Microsoft Azure portal. The same way AWS has the portal. Suppose you are a very good in Linux, then you can try that AWS, because AWS is mostly connected with the Linux platform, and you need to know this Linux commands also. And but in the Microsoft Azure, if you are in a, if you know my Windows related softwares, then of course you can try this Microsoft Azure, because Microsoft Azure is more is the Microsoft product, so you can easily integrate with the whatever you are, means you can easily connect with the things that you are already learned in the Windows operating systems. Okay, fine. These are the things all about the cloud computing, introduction of the cloud computing. I know that this is just only the introduction, so we will move to the Salesforce in a minute. I'll open the Salesforce details. So 1 second, I'll close this one and I'll open the. Okay, fine. So we already discussed about the cloud. What is cloud computing and why we need cloud computing? So the cloud computing will sort out our headaches like scalability, cost, and the data recovery and the maintenance of the server. Everything will be handled by the cloud service provider. So we don't worry about any. We don't think about any infrastructures like the network and softwares and other things. And we already seen that what are the types of cloud services, which is there are two different models are there, and PaaS, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, and then other models based upon the deployment model. It is public, private, and hybrid clouds. So that's all. That's all about the cloud computing. Now we will move to the Salesforce. So what is Salesforce? Salesforce is nothing but a CRM based cloud, a CRM based SaaS based CRM. What is SaaS based CRM? SaaS, we already seen that. SaaS means it's a software as a service. So what is CRM? CRM is, it's a customer relationship management, right? Customer relationship management. What is customer relationship management? The name itself, you can easily understand. So we need to keep the complete details of the customers, right? Suppose in a business, we need to have the details of the customer. We need to have the company information. We need to keep the company information. We need to have the sales informations, and we need to have the contacts of those who are inside the company. That's, we need to have the contacts details, and we need to keep the emails and the campaigns. Recently we have done it, and the promotions we have done it, and whatever the inquiries, that which means the leads, what we got it, we need to keep it, and uh, the opportunities what we recently got it, and the price details of our products, and the product details, price of the each and every product. So these things we need a database, right? We need a database. So for that one, we have to use CRMs. So we will use CRMs because to keep all these things in a proper managed way. So Salesforce also basically a CRM, but nowadays Salesforce has lots of other functionalities also there. Means other cloud services also there. They started with the sales, marketing, sales, and service cloud, but now they added lots of other cloud services also. As you know that in a business, the customer faced departments are, there are three main departments are there. One is marketing, and the second one is sales, and the last one is service, right? These are the customer faced departments. It's a very important departments in every business, and which means that doesn't mean that other departments are not, doesn't have any importance. They also have their own importance, but this marketing, sales, and service has a very that they are the customer faced importance. So we will give a more priority for these services. So suppose in a we are running a company, and we have some products to launch. what we will do, we have to do some promotional activities, right? Uh, for the promotional activities, what we have to do, we have to run campaigns. Campaigns, how do we run the campaigns? Either we will go directly to the customer, which means this is a face-to-face, or we will send our product details sent through the emails, or we will we'll update in the websites means I think you have seen that in an Amazon or Flipkart and other things. Then when we do the some offers, they will update everything in the websites, right? So that way actually we can do the promotions. So lots of ways are there to do the campaigns. So these things, who's handling these things in a company business? Of course the marketing team will do the campaigns and the promotion and other things. So in the Salesforce also, uh, for this purpose, Salesforce has a service that is known as Marketing Cloud, which will handle all those things. Which means this Marketing Cloud will handle promotion, and which means the campaigns they can handle well. So which means the Marketing Cloud will handle the campaigns. Campaigns, as I said, the example is emails and face-to-face or the website, whatever it is. And okay, we already done the campaigns. Now what we have to do, say, after the campaign, of course, we will get the inquiries from the customers regarding this product. Inquiry means it is a lead, right? We got a one lead, means we got one inquiry from the customer, which means we say it is a leads, means we say it is a prospect customer. So prospect customer means what? This customer can be a real customer for us. That is what actually the prospect customer. We don't know the customer will be our real customer, but it can be a prospect customer. It can be a real customer for us. So these prospect customers also, we in Salesforce terms we will divide it to three categories. One is hot, and the second one is warm, and the third one is cool. It is cold customer. So what is hot customer? Hot customer means we know that one, the customer is very much interested to our product and he is ready to buy the product. With this means right now itself. That we say it is a warm customer, and it is a hot customer. And the second thing is the warm customer. So warm customer means the customer is interested, but the customer is not ready to buy the product now, but very soon he will buy it. And what is the cold customer? Cold customer is nothing but is like he is interested, he's just want to incur the product, but he's not ready to buy the product in the near future. Means maybe next year or sometime maybe he will be a customer for us. So this the way we will divide the customer prospect customers. So what we got an inquiry from the customer, and then the inquiry means it is a lead. So the lead in the Salesforce terms we'll say it is a prospect customer. So okay, we got a customer details already. Then what we'll do, once we got the prospect customer, we will create account for that. We have to create an account inside the Salesforce. So that account means the company information. What is company information? So this means the company name, the company, the phone number, the company address. These details we need to keep it, right? So for that purpose, in Salesforce, we will keep all those information under account tab. The customer can be a B2C customer or B2B customer, or it may be a partner also. What is B2B? B2B is business to business and B2C is business to customer. So B2C means suppose I'm buying a laptop directly from a company, which means I'm a B2C customer because the company is selling directly to the customer. That means it's a B2C. B2B means suppose the same company is selling the 100 or some number of laptops to a in another company, which their employees are more. So that we say it is a B2B customer, means it is doing a business to business customer. So that is a B2C and B2B customer, and sometimes in between us a partner may be there. So we are not directly sending to the customer or the business. In between that, partners are there. So these details, we will enter into the account tab. And then in account means the company, right? Company information. Inside the company, we have to contact some individuals, right? So that details where we'll keep it, we will keep it under the contact tab. These all are I'm talking related with the Salesforce terms. So we already got a lead, and that is prospect customer, and then we create an account with the company information based upon the prospect customer, and then we create a contact. Then after that, we look into the opportunities. What are the opportunities are there to do a business with the prospect customer? So which means these details, the opportunities are, we will keep that inside the opportunity tab inside the Salesforce. And then of course we have different products are there, right? So these product details we'll keep in the product tab. And of course each product have a different price also. So there again, in different regions, different price also there. Price can be varied, which means it's a UK or USA, the same product price is a different than the India or in the UAE, somewhere other places. So we need to have a price book also in that. Under the price book, we will keep all the price related details. And the last one is the order related details. So this is what actually we have already discussed. To handle all those things, we have a sales cloud in Salesforce. So we have a marketing cloud, which will do the promotion and the campaigns. And after that, we have a sales cloud that will handle the lead, inquiry lead. That means that is a prospect. Lead means it's a prospect customer. The details of the company details, everything we will keep it in the account. And then after that, inside the company, or the contacts, the individual contact details, we'll keep it in the contact. And then what are the opportunities we have to do the business with the particular customer? That opportunity we'll keep it in the opportunity tab. And what are the products we have? That we will keep it in the product tab. And then we will keep this complete price details, everything we'll keep it in the price book. So to handle all those things, the Salesforce has Sales Cloud. If you buy Sales Cloud, you will get these functionalities. This is what actually the Sales Cloud. And the first one is the Marketing Cloud. Okay, fine. So we have seen Marketing Cloud and the Sales Cloud. Okay, fine. Sorry, I got a call from my office. That's what I should. 1 second. Okay, so we'll move to the next thing. So we already discussed there are three main departments there. One is marketing and the sales, and the last one is the service. These are the three main important customer face departments, right? So we already sold the product, the marketing done the campaigns, and then we, as per the campaigns, we got the inquiries, and then we already sold the products. As you know that, and suppose if we, as we discussed that we already sold a laptop. Suppose it is a laptop, the product is a laptop. It may have a lot of issues, right? Once we, after the purchase, maybe the laptop is not switching on, or it's having some flickering on the monitor, or the hard disk is not working, or and the network is not connecting. So it's lots of issues lots of issues maybe it can be happen, right? So then what we'll do, the customers will call to the, or will try to contact the service team. So they will create a case. Case means it may be a complaints, or it may be a feature enhancements. Suppose I'm a customer, I'm carrying a laptop, and I recently bought a laptop from one of the a laptop provider. A laptops. So in that laptop, sometimes I may need to buy extra devices. It's like a dongle, that is the dongle will connect. Well, once you connect the dongle, I may get the internet connection, or I may need a wireless mouse, or some extra keyboard I need. So these are, we say it is a feature enhancements. Either we may need to create, we may need a feature enhancements, the customer need a feature enhancements, or the customer want to create a, wants to inform a complaint regarding the product. So for that, In Salesforce time, we say it is a case. So for that one, we need service cloud. So how do that customer will contact us? Either they will go open the company website and will chat with the chatbots, or else they will directly go to the call center. I think you already experienced a lot of times when we call to the call center. Sometimes the call center person will take the call and then they say, Arun, hi Arun, how I can help you? How do they know that I'm Arun and my name is Arun? So because they already has the details, complete the customer details, they already entered in their CRM, and this CRM is connected with the computer telephony. Computer telephony means they already integrated with the telephony system, so that once whenever I call, then my number will be already there since my number is already there in the database. It's automatically pick up. Go and search in the database and pick up my name. So that's what actually they can say. Hi Arun, how are you? How do I can help you? If not, my name is not there, then what will do? The service team will create a contact. Okay, fine. And suppose that way they will handle the issues, the cases, the problems, the complaints. I'm trying to explain to the service team that I'm having this issue with my laptop. Okay, then the service team has some solution, already predefined solutions are there. Then what they say, I will do one thing. You press on this button, or you press on this power button, or press on this shift control button, or something like that. They have a predefined solutions are there. They will keep all those predefined solution with them. Using that solution, they can sort out the issues through the phone itself. And sometimes they sometimes that the customer need more to know more about the product, because suppose once we have issues, the next times if I want to sort out the issues from my side, I need I need some documents, I have to go through the documents. Then these things we will keep it in the knowledge, so that knowledge a tab, and they will the service team go to the knowledge tab and they will take the details and they will send it to the customer. So these things handled by the service cloud. So look at the service cloud. We can see cases, which means the complaint, the feature enhancement. So the chatbot is there. We can use the chatbot to chat with them, or else that we can directly call the call center. The call center is connected with the computer telephony integrations, and so they can easily understand who is calling. Or if the contact is not there at all in the contact, then they will create a new contact. If there is any solution with them already, they will give the solution that time itself. And if they want to share some documents with the customer, they will go to the knowledge tabs and get the details and share with them. For this to handle all those things, we have Service Cloud in Salesforce. So we already seen marketing, and we already launched a product, and then we find out who is the prospect customer, and we create the accounts, and we create the contacts, and we try to find out the opportunity and the products, everything we have kept it, and we already sold the product. After selling the product, we have to do the service also. So these things for each and every functionalities, the Salesforce has a separate cloud services, that is marketing cloud, the sales cloud, and the service cloud. Okay, fine. Then the next thing is the CMS. CMS is the content management system. What is content management system? It's like suppose you are a new employee to join a company. Then of course you have to know that's a company policy. It means HR policy and other things, right? So for that one, the company most of the companies what they will keep the contents, the company related contents. They will keep it in a separate place. So when whoever want to access, they will give the access to them. They can go there and just click on the links, and just then the documents will be downloaded in the systems. They can open the document and they can they can go through the documents and can understand these are the HR policies or whatever it is related with the company. So for this, keeping all those details, we may need the content management system. These content management systems also there in the Salesforce. And this inside in Salesforce, we can create content pack also. What is the use of the content pack? In the content pack, it should be a zip file, which means suppose you are going to, you have a 10 documents needed. So you every time you go and click on the 10 links, instead of clicking 10 links, that the complete the documents, zip it into one file and keep it as a content package. And then the what the user has to do, user has to go and click once and download it to the system and unzip it, and then he will get the complete documents. So for that purpose, he has the content management library. And the next thing is, as I said, we have lots of data and is there related with the business. So for that one, we need some analytics. Means we need to analyze that our data. Salesforce is giving an analytics cloud services also. Before it is known as analytics cloud, and now they are integrated with the artificial intelligence, and now it is known as Einstein. So this service also, analytics service also, Salesforce is providing. And the next thing is a report and dashboards. See what here we are looking is the main components only. We are not going to each and every components. We are looking only the main components of Salesforce. The main component, cloud services. It's like marketing, sales, service, content management, Einstein, and the reports and dashboards. And what is report? Report is, it's a listing of records. We have thousands or 10,000 or millions of records maybe there. And sometimes we need to give some criteria, and based upon the criteria, we need to list out the records. For that one, we will give some criteria, and then and we will define that criteria, and according to the criteria, the data the data will create the data will show to you in the rows and columns, that we say it is a report. These reports, you can group it, and you can filter it, and then you can change it to the graphical chart also. So reports, that is a report. Report is nothing but a listing of records in rows and columns in Salesforce. And the next thing is the dashboard. That dashboard is a visual display of key metrics and trends. Visual display means you already know the charts, bar charts, line charts, and the pie chart. These things, the way it is a display, the visual display, right? The data's visual display is the dashboard. So these things also, these services also providing the Salesforce report and dashboard. And then next thing is the collaboration tools. Collaboration tool is nothing but in the Salesforce, if you want to chat with our internally, we want to chat, or even we can chat with our customers also. For that purpose, in Salesforce, they are providing a collaboration tool which is known as Chatter. So that is the seventh one. Next point is the Chatter. That is a collaboration tool. And Salesforce is to handle, to keeping all, we need a database, right? The complete information, we need a database. So what is the database the Salesforce is using? Here database using their own sales database, and that name is database.com. So these are the main things in the Salesforce. But of course, nowadays it's so many other cloud services are there. I'll open the cloud services for you. When you look into the licensing part, we will go through the cloud services. Then you will get to know there's lots of services are there. Marketing, so these are the main services, but of course so many other services also nowadays Salesforce is providing. See, Salesforce, in Salesforce, you can create your own, that's custom, based upon your accounts, you can create your own services also, which means your own modules also, you can create it. Okay, fine. And I'll open other services, Salesforce services. And before that, we'll go to the product, the licensing of the Salesforce. See, look at the left side, you can see there's lots of services that Salesforce is providing. One is Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Sales Plus Service, Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Lightning. There's lots of services, analytics tools, engagement, experience, Cube. Lots of services are providing service at Salesforce. So look at we'll open one Salesforce Sales Cloud. We'll open the Sales Cloud and we'll get to know that the pricing details of the Sales Cloud. Look at that one. There are four main licensing details. One is essential, one is professional, and the enterprise, and then is unlimited. The only thing you have to understand is, suppose you are going to buy licensing for your company, and if it is an enterprise, then you need to buy enterprise licensing for all your employees. You cannot mix and match the licenses. So you have to, which means that you cannot use, some users cannot use professional and some users cannot use enterprise. You have to be a unique license only you can provide to your company. That is the only thing for the licensing part. This is actually the editions comparisons. Suppose if you go the essential, what you will get, and the professional, what you will get, enterprise, what you will get, and unlimited, what you will get. So these are the feature comparison. Account, contact, lead, and opportunity manager, everything will get in the essential itself. The email integration is there. It's like that. Lots of things are there. You can go through that one later when you want to know more about this licensing part. Okay, fine. Now we will move to the portal for the Salesforce. See, suppose if you want to create an account in the Salesforce, you can go to the salesforce.com. This is salesforce.com, and you can create an account. But those account, you need to pay the amount, right? If suppose if you want to create an account, you have to buy the licenses. But Salesforce is giving you an offer, like you can use Salesforce functionalities, and you can work on the Salesforce, and you can do R&D on the Salesforce. So for that purpose, Salesforce is giving a service that is you can use. Is a portal. It is at developer.salesforce.com. If you go to the developer.salesforce.com, then you can create an account, and you can create an account, and you can log into the Salesforce. You can start work on the Salesforce. You can do lots of things. Almost all things you can do this at developer.salesforce.com portal. But this cannot be used for we cannot use it for the business purpose. That's because it has lots of limitations. Anyway, in terms of business, it has lots of limitations. Anyway, I already logged on the portal. As we discussed, see, leads are there, account is there, contact is there, dashboard, campaigns. So we can arrange it. This one, if you click on this, this is an edited, but we can arrange as per our requirements. We can arrange it. So when you do the campaigns, after the campaigns, we will get the leads. According to the leads, we'll create the accounts, and then we'll create the contacts. And based upon the data, we will create the reports, and then for the visual display, we will create the dashboards. And the chatter also we have discussed, right? Chatter is a collaboration tool inside the Salesforce. And see this. Look at this one. These are, when you buy a Sales Cloud license, these are standard objects. In Salesforce terms, we say it is an object. Opportunity is an object. Sorry, codes is an object. Leads is an object. Task is files, accounts. Everything is a standard object. Can we use only standard objects in Salesforce? No, we can create our own object, that is a custom object. I have created a custom object. It's a merchandise object I already created for my testing. I have already created a merchandise object. So this is a custom object. This is not with the, when you buy Salesforce, it's not comes with the Salesforce. This is a custom object. We'll look into that one before that. That which means in Salesforce, there are two types of objects. One is standard object, another one is custom objects. Okay, fine. So suppose if you want to see these objects, or if you want to control these objects, we'll click on the gear button. This is the setup button. This is the gear control button. Let's go to the gear button. Click on this one. Then you go to the setup. Click on the setups. Then it will open. It's a little bit slow. Just hold on. Okay, so you can see the here is the left side. You can see the complete menus regarding the Salesforce. Here it is. You can see the the administration. Suppose you want to administer the Salesforce, you will get, you come to this administration, uh, then open this permission set views, permission sets, profiles. These are the user control administrations. Suppose if you want to create a user inside the Salesforce, you come here, you create, click on the user tab and create users. Click on the user tabs, then it will go to the user tab. This is slow, so it's very slow now today. I don't know why it is very slow. Normally it will open very fast, and then and next it is the data. You come to the data. You can see the data, data related things. We'll discuss these things, no issues. And this tab is for administration, and comes to the platform tools. You can see the apps is there, and the Einstein, that is analytic cloud, is there, and the process automation, which contains the flows, workflows, process builder, everything is there. This is for the automation. These are the automation tools inside the Salesforce. And okay, fine. We'll go to the object manager. Click on the object manager. Here you can see the complete objects. We have already discussed, right? Standard objects are there in the Salesforce. Account is there, activity is there, agent is there. So these are the, you can see here it is, type is standard object, which means these all are standard object. Just search for the merchandise of merchandise. Just go to the merchandise, and I already created a merchandise object. See, look at this one. Here the type is custom object, right? And it is very easy to understand. That means we can easily to understand the object is a standard object or a customizer. How do we can understand? It is like, where if it is a custom object, then the API name of this merchandise object, or the object, the API name is start with the object name, then underscore C. If it is like this, then you have to understand this is a custom object. If it is a standard object, it doesn't have this underscore C. So this is the way we can differentiate a standard object and a custom object. Okay, let's go back to that Sales Cloud again. And okay, see, here it is. We have already discussed, right? We already discussed about the campaigns, and then we create a leads, and then we create the accounts and the contacts. Okay, so we'll try to create a leads. Suppose we have done the campaigns. I cannot do the campaigns now because I cannot create a new campaigns, and to show it will take some time. But I'll go to the leads. Suppose go to leads. I click on the leads. We click on the leads tab. I can see the recently viewed the leads, the records. I can see now. Recently there is no leads are there. So I click on this one. I can click on the all open leads. We click on all open leads. It will show the all open leads like this. You can see. And suppose if you want to create a lead, how we got a lead? Because we done the campaigns. According to the campaign, we got a lead. The lead is nothing but a prospect customer, which means the company information. So we will click and try to create a new lead. So we got a customer details. So we are going to create a customer details now. Mr. It's like Ben or and Solangi. So we'll enter the first name and the second name, and we'll enter the company details as GBA. And then we'll enter the type. We'll enter the some other. We'll try to fill the some more details, and then we'll come to this lead source. We already discussed about the lead source, right? Because during the campaign time, we can use the web or phone inquiry or partner referral, or we can directly the face to face. So many things are there. So we here we select the web as a lead source just for our for this today. This one is just I will select this web as a lead source. And the industries, you can select the industries. You can mention the which industry, where which company is it. So I will select this agriculture, and then the annual income. What is the annual revenue of this the company? So I will mention like this. Just for your our examples, I will click these things. And the lead status. So what is the lead status? The lead status open, not contact, open. It is working, and closed converter or closed not converter. I will explain what is closed converter and closed not converter. Closed converter means, suppose, as I said, the prospect customer is a hot, warm, and cold customer, is right? Suppose the customer is hot customer, which means the customer is very much interested to do the business, and then we after some discussion we understand he's ready to do the business. Then after we create the leads, then we'll create the details of the accounts, the company. Then after that, we will check that we whether we can done a business with the customer, the particular customer or not. If you done the business with the customer, we will say it's a closed converter. If not, we say it's a closed not converter. So that's the way we'll create it, closed converted. And we say the rating. You can see the rate under the rating. You can see the hot, warm, and cold customer. So we'll say it is a hot customer because if the customer is ready to do uh, uh, the business with us. And the number of employees we can enter it is, suppose that company, the particular company has 100 employees. So we'll enter the details, and then the company is in Dubai, and the state is Dubai, and zip codes 12345. So these details will enter it. It's a BC 1000 series. So we are going to sell this product, and that's all. Okay. Now we are going to create a lead. So the lead, we already got it. See, we already created a lead. As you know that, and we already discussed the lead, how we get it, because we have done a campaign for our product. We launch a campaign. Based upon the campaign, we got the inquiry. That inquiry is the lead, that is a prospect customer. We entered the leads details into our Salesforce. So now a lead we have already created inside the Salesforce. See, there are different stages are there for this lead. As we discussed earlier, a working contact, whether we are working and with the customer and we are working and contact the customer, or this already converted or the customer or not. See, click on the details tab. You can see the complete details, whatever the details we have already entered, right? So suppose if you want to know about the lead details, you have to come to the details tabs and you have to look into this one. This is the details you can see. And I already this customer is okay to do the business. Then what I do, I will click it on the converted, and I'll click on the select converter status. Then either I can this lead I can convert it to an account, and I can convert it to an account. Let me click on the convert. Look at that one. See, this lead has been converted. So this we got a lead, and this lead we have converted to an account, and under the account the contact has created, and one opportunity also created. So this is the way actually we will enter the details inside the Salesforce. I hope you understand. That's like a marketing team will conduct a the promotion. According to the promotion, they will use the campaigns for the promotions. Based upon the promotions, we got the lead, and the lead means which is lead is nothing but a prospect customer. According to the prospect customers, hot, warm, and cold, we created a lead, and then we convert the lead to the account and contacts. The accounts and contacts will contains the details of this complete the lead complete information, the leads. In under the accounts, we can see the company information, and under the contacts we can see the person information. So we'll go to the accounts tab. See, the account name is GAB. So we just recently created, right? We create a leads, and the leads has been converted to the accounts. Look at this one. We can see that details, the related Alan Solanki. The person name is Alan Solanki. Look at the details. We have not entered anything on the accounts, right? But how do we get these details? We got the details from the leads. We entered these details and in the leads, then that leads we converted the accounts. So we got the information from the leads. That information we can see in the details tabs. And if we go to the contacts, you can see the Alan Solanki is already created. We have not come to this contacts and not created. These are all created by in leads. These same details we can see it in the contact details also. So click on the Alan Solanki. We can see the Alan Solanki is related with the account name is GAB. That is a company. Company name is GAB, and the details are these are the information regarding the company. Company is in Dubai, so the mailing address is there. So that some details also there in the contacts. So this is the way we create the details. We will enter into the records inside the Salesforce. Okay, that's fine. So we have seen already leads, the campaigns, the leads, and accounts and the contacts we already seen. Now we go to the reports. Go to the reports, then you can see some reports already there, already created here. Click on the reports, you can see as we discussed earlier, what is reports? Reports is nothing but the rows and column wise data, listing of data, right? So look at this one. Under the reports tab, you can see the details. They're listed as rows and columns. Suppose if you want to convert these reports to the chart, you can click on the add chart and convert it. And these are the reports tabs, right? And we'll go to the dashboards. Dashboard is nothing but the visual display of the reports. We can say like that. We get visual display of the reports. Using the reports, we can create n number of dashboards. Means visual displays. We can create it. So I have created I have used that reports and I have created 2-3 dashboards. In a dashboards is nothing but a main window. It's a single window. There you can see multiple reports in a visual format. That is what actually the dashboard. So we have seen our as we discussed earlier, we have seen marketing cloud, sales marketing details, sales cloud details, survey, and the reports, dashboard, accounts, contact. These things we already discussed. And the next thing is the chatter. Go to the chatter. Chatter is nothing but a collaboration tool. If you go to the chatter, you can see, suppose if you want to comment, if you want to do some comment on the product you're working or the sales you're working, then you can put the comment. You can write a comment, and then you can mention these comments to the groups or the departments. This is for that purpose we can use this chatter. This is internal. We can use this chatter as an internal communication tool, as well as we can create this chatter. We can create this chatter for the customers also. So for that chatter also we need to buy the chatter licenses from Salesforce. Okay, so just now we have seen we have created one leads and we have entered one record. That's all fine. Suppose if you want to enter mass number of records in the Salesforce, then what we will do? Then we have to use import. Either we have to use import export wizard or a data loader. So we'll go to this object manager, and then with this setup, and we'll select import and export. Data import. Let's click on the data import wizard. The data import wizard help us to import or export a mass number of records. It's like 100,000 or 10,000 records if you want to enter it at a time. Then we will use this import and export wizard. Just want to show you because it's like we have seen that we entered one lead as one record. And then suppose if you want to enter more records, I mean size mass records, then we will use the data import records. And another one option is the data loader. These are the two things we are using in Salesforce to do the mass uploading and downloading also the records. Means mass importing and exporting the records. Data loader, I can see here. Click on the data loader. You can download this data loader. It is a software. It's a small software. You can download it and you can install it in the system. And then once you install it, you can see that how the data loader will work. So go to the data loader and assign each and every fields as per your Excel file. Then because first of all you need to create an Excel file. Excel file in the sense it should be a CSV format, and put your complete data in the CSV format. And that CSV format you can upload it to the data loader. Then the data automatically match with the fields already inside the object. Suppose if you are uploading account departments, account objects, or account records, or the contacts, you are adding. Suppose if you want to add 1,000 contacts, and then this data loader, we need to first create a CSV file and enter the complete details in the CSV file, and then upload it to the data by using the data loader. You upload the CSV file, and this data loader will match with the fields already inside the contacts, and it will automatically upload the data into the Salesforce. Okay, fine. Fair enough. We'll move to the home tab again. And suppose if you want to see the apps, it's like, so we have a service, marketing, cloud, and community. This is the app launcher. In Salesforce, we say it is an app launcher. The dice button is here in the left upside. Then you can click on the dice, this one. Then you can see the app services. This apps, whatever the apps is providing the Salesforce, you can see it. So you can see it here. Suppose if you want to see the all application, click on the view all. You can see the complete applications which is uh, providing this Salesforce. So go to this complete, click on the view all, then you can see all apps, service clouds, warehouse is there. This is one of the service. This is another cloud service providing by the Salesforce. And the content management is there, and then the marketing is there. Community is another cloud service providing with the Salesforce. Sales console is there. We can use the lightning usage app, and the commerce is another cloud service which is handling the products, catalogs, and price books. We already discussed products, catalogs, and price books. So this is comes under the commerce cloud. So which means, suppose you are buying a service cloud, you will get the service related things only. Which means whatever the under the service, it is under service, you will get the accounts, contact, and the cases, right? So that functionality only you will get it. Suppose you are going to buy sales, then you will get only the sales related objects. You won't get everything. Suppose if you want to, according to your business, you have to select it. Marketing, whether I need a marketing cloud or whether I need a sales and the service cloud. Each cloud service we need to pay separately in Salesforce. Okay, fine. I think this is all about the clouds, means the apps, and then we'll go to the home again. It's like, okay. Just one moment, please. Okay, fine. So we have seen that we have already entered a record, and we have seen now how we can enter mass records also. So we can use the import exports wizard or the data loader. By using the data loader or the import export wizard, we can enter mass records. So these records, where it is storing, of course we need a database, right? So we already discussed the database also. What the Salesforce database is, it's known as database.com. So you know that SQL is a database. Here, how the SQL is storing the data. The SQL is storing the data in by tables. In the tables means it's a rows, and tables means what? It contains a rows and columns, right? So the same way, the data here also, the Salesforce also storing the data as a rows and columns, and here it is. I can show this on a slide. Here in the database, this, the database of the Salesforce is database.com. Database.com contains tables. Tables has rows and columns. Columns are C1, C2, C3, something like that. C4. This is the columns, and these are the rows. We say it is a records, right? In SQL also we say it is a records. So here in we already discussed in Salesforce, each tabs means we have a standard objects. Suppose accounts is a standard object. This account, we consider this as a tables. All the objects we consider as tables. If you consider these objects as tables, means the fields will be the columns. There we can see this the name column. Name is there. You already seen that, right? Name is there. Last name is there. The mobile number is there. Or so these such number of fields will create a row. So the this will create a row. This one row we say it is a records. So this is the way actually the in Salesforce also the data will store it. This is the first record, and this is second record, third record, and the fourth record. In the backend, we will keep the data. That means the Salesforce will store the data like this, which means we say in Salesforce the accounts or the contacts, everything is an object. We can say this object is a tables. Tables, inside the tables, the columns are there. Columns we say it is a in Salesforce it is a fields. We already seen that the lots of fields are there, correct? A name and the company informations, the address, everything is the fields. So we will keep those fields in each columns, and such combination of the fields will create a row, and then one such row we say it is a records. So this is the way actually this in Salesforce we will keep the data. That's fine. So the database name is database, and we'll the tables, it means it's an the standard the objects we consider the tables as objects, and then the accounts and the standard the objects as the tables, and then the tables has rows and columns, and the columns are the fields, and the one such combination of the fields will create a records. Fine. And so we have already seen that the different cloud services provided by the Salesforce, and we already seen the licenses, and then we already opened the portal, and we have done one demo for the entering the one record, that is the leads. We already created leads, and how the leads once we create a leads, how it is related with the accounts and contacts. So that's also we have seen, and then we have seen that object manager. We went to the object manager. This is the if we go to this setup, we can see that object manager. This is object manager. If you go to the object manager, enter the object manager, all objects, whatever the objects, whether it is a standard or the custom object, it will be displayed under the object manager. We have seen the object manager, and then custom object also we have seen. What is custom object means? As per your requirement, if the user is creating an object, then that is the custom object. We say it is a custom object, and the difference how do we can differentiate the custom object and standard object by seeing that API name, because this API name is very useful for the programming. When you do the programming, if you have to use the API names, So you have to take care of the API names. API names, we already see that this is the API name. Account, for the account, this is the account is the API name. So we have to use this account as the API in the program. So that is one thing. So we have seen that also, and then we have seen the mass data transfer. For the mass data transfer, we use that import export or the data loader. And then we discussed about how we are actually storing the data. How we are storing the data? We are storing the data in tables format. The database name is database.com in Salesforce. So the fields of the fields and the name and other fields are the in tables. We will keep the columns as the tables. So this we have seen that also. Now we need to see, we already entered the data, and the data is there in the Salesforce database. Now we need to get the data, right? We suppose if you want to retrieve the data, and if you want to uh, the sort of the data, then what we do, we have to use some so suppose for our business purpose, we need to retrieve some data and we need to sort out the right data. So in a SQL, we will use select command, right? You know that one, SQL select a star from this database, so the table names, right? So we, the same way, here also we'll use some commands. That is that statements we say SQL, SOQL commands, SOQL statements. So we'll say the circle statements. One second, I will show you how do we can run the circle commands. I will go to this setup button. Then I will click on the developer console. Then this is the place where we do the programming. In a minute, we will discuss about the programming side also. But before that, we will discuss about the SQL commands. Just show one example how do we can run a SQL command. Let's open this one. See, you can see here, this is the, as I said, this is a developer console. By using this developer console, we can run the SQL commands. So in SQL, you know that one, it is a select command, is that? So I type the select command, select a name, comma type. So these are the fields, correct? Name and type. From where? From the account object. So we have already did select name, type, account. So I want to get the details, the field details of the name and type from the account object. This is a query editor. If you click on the query editor, you will get this a small window. There you can write the SOQL commands. SOQL command is same like a SQL commands, but the differences are there. We will discuss the differences. Let me execute this command. Click on and execute. See, once you execute the command, you can see the name is displayed and the type also displayed. See, this is the way actually we can run the SOQL command in the developer console. Fine. This is these SOQL commands are the command, the statements will use it for Salesforce to retrieve the data and sort out the data. For this purpose, we'll use the select commands, SOQL commands. And at the same time, we need to we already have the data, right? Now we already have the data, everything is there. Then we need to manipulate the data, right? Manipulate the data means we manually entered some data, and now we need to enter the some more data, which we need to insert the data, we need to delete the data, we need to undelete the data, we need to update the data, and we need to upsert the data. Upsert means update and insert. So these functionalities in SQL, you know that one. You already seen that. I think you already studied that. In SQL, it is already there. Insert update other commands is there. Same like in Salesforce also there the commands. It's like you can use this DML commands like insert and update and upsert, delete, undelete, and merge. So these are the main DML statements commands in Salesforce. Use that commands. You can if you want to insert some extra means more records, you can use that insert command, and you can if you want to update any records, you can do the command. You can use the update command, and same like upset as I discussed, update and insert. If you want to delete any records, you can use the delete command. And merge command is if you want to merge a records with another one, you can use that one also. Okay, fine. I will try to use one DML statement. I'll open the same developer console. Sorry. And then we'll go to the debug. Then we'll open the anonymous window. I already copied some. Let me check whether it's copied the files. Look at this code. See here, actually, you can see I am going to create an account object. This S object means Salesforce object. Here means it is this account is an object, right? So we say it is a Salesforce object. I'm going to create an account object, and this is an object. This is the type is account, and so the this is the name of that account, and we'll create a new. I think actually this you already learned the Java and C#. This programming in Salesforce is we mostly using Apex programming. This Apex programming syntax is almost same as like Java and C#. And I think you know that, and this syntax also. Anyway, I just try to create an account by using this constructor, that is the account constructor. In this using this constructor, I create the name I mentioned as Arun, and the phone number is there, and then the number of employees it says. So I'm going to use the insert command. I'm not going to explain these things. I just want to show you this insert command, the DML statement. For that purpose, I'm using this code. So this is the one line that is actually creating an account, is a new account. That account name, account details will be assigned to this ACCT account, and then these details I will use the insert command, and I'll insert into the database. So let me execute this command, and let's see how it's working. I already executed, and then you can see these are the debug details. You will get it, the execute details. You will get it. So look at this one. This dot name is, I already give the name for Arun, and this dot phone number I already gave. This dot number of employees, the number of employees details also I entered, and I assign these details to the account new account. The name is the account data. The name is ACCT. So under this one, I have created a new record. That name is Arun, and the phone number is this one, and the number of employees is 100. And you can see this is already run successfully. So which means we already inserted an account. Let's go to that portal, and we'll check that account is already created or not. So you go to the accounts, and then we'll search it. See, look at that one. This account is already created. Arun account is already created. So the details also there here. So this is the way we can use the DML statements. By using the DML statements, we can insert the account, we can delete the account, we can undelete, we can create it, we can merge it. So these are the use of the DML statements. And the next thing is actually we will check the Apex programming. The demo, I will create one simple code for that Apex programming also. If you want, the Apex programming is the the main programming language of the Salesforce. So we'll open the developer console and then we'll run some code related with Apex programming, and we'll explain the code also. Second, okay, I will open the execute anonymous window, and then look at this one here. It is some code is there. You can see this code. And the Apex programming is, as I said before, it's almost same as Java programming. Java programming, if you know, I think you're already familiar with the Java programming. This is integer is the data type. I already integer X is there. And if you type system.out instead of the system.out in Java, here it is using system.debug. That is for the printing. So system.debug X means system.0. Right now I am not assigned any value on the X, right? So the value will be system.debug. Then now after that I assigned a value X is equal to 5. Then again I am tried a system.debug. Then after that this is a list of string. List of string means it is a array of strings. Here we are using list, set, and map. These three commands we using for the array, but these are different purposes are there for list, set, and map. That you will understand once you go deep on this programming side. So list of strings, the string name, this is the list of string name, this array name is string name, and I using the new command. The Java also the same thing, the format is same. So I created a string name. This array doesn't have anything now. This is a word array, and then right now I create an array and doesn't have any value inside that one. And after that I need to add some values on that one. I use string name dot array, that is Arun, and then I'll add another add command, string dot add Udaya. So Arun and Udaya I already added. And suppose if you want to get the details of that, the first value I entered, then I'll use the 0 string dot debug, that is the output command to print, and then I'll use the array name. Then the first, if you want to access the first one, of course we need to use the 0. This 0 will start with the 0. Then the second, I want to get the second string, then you need to use the 1. The 0 will bring the first string, and the 1 will bring the second. So the same way, then we will print out both the names, Arun and Udaya. We have done the printout. And the last one is system.debug string name, which means this complete strings, whatever the strings we ended, that will be displayed at once. So let's execute this command and we'll explain. So look at this one, and see, this is the first value is null value, and then then we have assigned a variable. After that we go to the value is X, that is a 5. That we have assigned the value 5, so that we can see this 5 is already printed, and then we click on the debug only, then you will get to know very easy. Click on the debug. When you run the Apex program, just click on the debug, then you can see the correct details. So you look at that code. I'll open the code here. So the first value will be null, right? Because it is a null value. We have not assigned any value. After that, we have assigned a value X is equal to 5, and then I try to print out. Then the value is printed out. You can see the value is X is equal to 5. And after that, I assigned I created a list of strings, and then add one name, Arun, and then I try to print out the name, the type of the name. Then at the second, I used the string of 0. That this is, I don't know, I got it. String of 1, I got to do there. And then I printed out the whole string, the complete string. Then I got the complete, whatever the strings I entered, the details. So this is the way actually we are writing the Apex programming. This Apex program is used to do the manipulations. You can integrate your DML statements. You can integrate the SQL statement with the Apex programming, and by using the Apex program, you can do the the data level changes, which means you can create a trigger. What is trigger? Suppose you want to edit, you want to update something, you want to, before updating or before inserting or before after updating or after inserting, this we need to perform some operation, right? In database, these are the sometimes we need to do these operations. So for that one, we will use the Apex programming, and inside the Apex program we have triggers. Using the triggers, we will do the operations. Either it may be a before insert, or it may be an after insert, or before update. So these operation we can continue to the Apex programming. That is what actually use of the Apex programming. So the next thing is, so that's all about the Apex program. I'm not going more deep on these things because we don't have a time limit there. We get limitations are there, so we're not going to that one. So what we have seen right now is we have seen the Salesforce portal, and we have seen how we can enter a record and how we can create a record inside the Salesforce, and what is the account and what is contact. Account is nothing but a company information. Contact is the individual information, and the leads are the prospect customers details, and dashboards or reports. What are the dashboards, why we are using, and reports why we are using to analyze the details, and chatter why we are using. It is collaboration tools. So, and how do we can open a developer console, and how do we can do the Apex programming, and to run an Apex programming and develop using the developer console. Inside the developer console, you can see you can create a new tab is there. Using the new tab, you can select whatever whether you want run the Apex class or Apex trigger or visual page or visual force component and lightning components. Whatever you want, you can select it and you can do the coding inside this developer console. This developer console it's an integrated console for the programming, which is providing by the Salesforce. Suppose you know Visual Studio, you can use the Visual Studio code, Visual Studio, and you can open the Visual Studio. If you don't want to use the developer console that is providing by the Salesforce, you can open the Visual Studio. Just go to the Visual Studio and then search the Apex. You will get it the Apex programming. I already added then the Apex Apex module on the Visual Studio. If not, you can see this Apex is there. You can click and install the Apex module, and you can start do the programming. This is not Apex one. This is a Python programming anyway. So, so this is the way also you can do the program. Either you can use the developer console to do the programming, or else you can use the Visual Studio to do the programming. So that's all about the programming side. So this is all data related things. We have seen the DML language, we have seen the SQL statements, and we have seen the Apex programming. So these all will work with the data. Suppose you want to create your front end as per your requirements. You need to create a web page, not these pages. You want to create your own pages. So what you will do? So then you have an options. The visual pages are there, a visual force or aura components are there. There are two things are there, and I will tell you. 1 second, I will show you. Either visual force you can use, or visual force and aura you can use. These are the old tools. I cannot say that our tools, but still people are using. But using this visual force and aura, you can create your own web pages inside the Salesforce. And at the same time, now they have introduced a new LWC, Lightning Web Components tools. If using this LWC, it is a very fast tool. Using this LWC, you can create your own web pages inside that. It means we say it is a front end, right? Backend, you already seen that the database.com is the backend. And if you want to do any changes on the backend, you can use Apex programming or the DML statement or the SOQL. Using these three things, we can do the backend processes. But if you want to do a front end, which is a web page, or as per your requirements, you need to create a name fields, and it will arrange you want to arrange the fields. Then you can use by using the programming, and then you can use the LWC, Lightning Web Components. If you want to learn Lightning Web Components, you need to learn JavaScript, HTML, or CS and CSS. These things, if you know very well, then you can easily learn. You can easily learn. You can do the programming on LWC. LWC is Lightning Web Components, which is a new components tools providing by the Salesforce. It's not new in the sense it's they started, I think, 4 or 5 years before. Okay, fine. So we have seen the front-end tools, we have seen the back-end tools, we have see the Apex programming, the code, how we can run the code in Apex programming, what is the developer console, how we can open the developer console. And if you don't want to use the developer console, you can always use it. You can go to the Visual Studio tool and you can add the Apex extension in that one. And next thing is, we all know these things, but how do we can learn all those things? Because either we have to join in a course or instructor-led course, or else we have to go to the YouTube and things, right? But Salesforce has answer for this also. Salesforce has one very good portal, and that is the best tool to learn this Salesforce. It is known as trailhead.salesforce.com. If you go to the trailhead.salesforce.com, you can you go to the link and create an account in the trailhead.salesforce.com, and then you can see lots of modules, thousands of modules are there, projects are there, and then you go to each and every modules, and you can do the projects, and then and that's the way you can learn the Salesforce. So what they are saying is, Trailhead is the slogan of the Trailhead is saying the fun way to learn. Of course, we all know that the learning is not at all a fun thing, but how they are made it fun, because as you know that whenever you use gaming, we all like to play game. So why we like playing games? Because the games has levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, and other things are there, right? Same way, in Salesforce, they made the course in a way that you can go to each and every level, and you can earn points and the badges, and then become a hiker, explorer, adventure. You start with the scout, and you can see in the screen the scout has 0 badges and points. Once you move to the hiker, how do we can move to the hiker? Because you have to finish some modules, and then you have to finish some projects. Once you finish modules or projects, then you can become a hiker. After that hiker, you just go to the explorer, adventure, then you mountaineer and exploration, and the last one is that ranger. You have to do this one because this is very important. If you are very interested to do the Salesforce, and you are thinking that Salesforce is my career, then of course you have to do this one, because the employer will look into your profile, because you may need to share the Salesforce developer details. Means that your login details. There, your employer can easily understand where you are, in which position you are. You are an adventure or mountain expedition ranger. So based upon that, they know that you are very serious about your Salesforce career. So you have to do this one. And I already opened the trail head. I think I can. Yeah. So look at this one. You can the trailhead. Log in the trailhead. As I said, the link for the trailhead is trailhead.salesforce.com. Create an account, a login. You click on the learn button. You can see the modules are there, projects are there. So click on each modules, go to the modules and projects, and finish it off. Same like if you go to here, you can see there are lots of modules and according to your needs. Say this in normally in Salesforce, there are two main careers are there. One is Salesforce administrator, not two main career. I saw some other uh, things also, but we normally we say it's a Salesforce, either Salesforce administrator or Salesforce developer. These are the two main career path. And after that, you can become a Salesforce expert, and then and a consultant, Salesforce consultant. So that is also a career path is, but normally we say it is a either Salesforce administrator or the Salesforce developer. So based upon your requirements, what you want to become as you want to become a Salesforce administrator, go to the modules that is specifically to achieve the Salesforce administrator certifications, and or else if you want to become a developer in Salesforce, then you just finish the modules in Salesforce. So these are the way to learn that Salesforce by using this trailhead. Okay, the career path is there. You click on the careers. If you click on the modules, you can see lots of modules are there. It's a little bit slow. Reload you open. Okay, so look at this. There are almost thousands of modules are there. Go to this modules, one each and every modules. It will give the details about what each product, and you can go through that one. They clearly explain the modules, how we can do it, and you can create a playground, which is nothing but same like a we have created developer dot salesforce.com, right? Same way we can create a playground. Using that playground, we can start working on the modules, finish the modules, and learn this one. Once you finish, once you learn, you can earn points and the badges and the super badges also there. So look at this one. Here they are segregated as in the suppose if you want to be the role based. Suppose you an admin, you can use this admin module. Click on the admin, you can see all the modules under that one. And architect, if you want to become an architect, you click on the architect, then you can see the modules related to the architect. Click on the business analyst, then you can see the what are the modules we have to cover for the business analyst. Same way, another level, if suppose in the level based, if you are a beginner, you go through beginner modules, and then intermediate, and then advanced. And product wise also there. I think it's a better you to start with the beginner and then intermediate and advanced. This is the way, just follow these courses, then become the Salesforce advanced level. Come to the Salesforce advanced level. Okay, fine. These all are the introduction of the Salesforce. I hope this is we have covered the basics. I know that we have covered only the basics of Salesforce within this times we can, because this subject, the Salesforce, is a very vast subject, and we have to days, months will take to finish this Salesforce each modules. But of course, if you have time and spend more time on this Salesforce and finish this, try to finish these modules, then of course you will get to know about more about the Salesforce. And of the Salesforce, this is nowadays giving almost in 2020. The studies are saying in 2024. You will have Salesforce itself will create almost 1.9 millions job opportunities. So learn it properly, means finish this, do work hard, and then finish the modules, and of course you will end up in of course you will get employer connections, and you will get a job also in the Salesforce. It is not so very hard, because you are an engineer student, so you already learned the programming, the programming basics, and just want to know that what is Salesforce. We just understand what is Salesforce. Salesforce is all about this related with the business solution. And to finish, before finishing this this session, I need to give one more information. That is it's a program that is actually exclusively for our Indians. The Salesforce itself is conducting that program. That program name is Journey to Salesforce. You have to this is my request, to just log into this, do the registration on this Journey to Salesforce. It is a very, very good program. The advantage of this program is once you finish this journey to Salesforce program, if you can finish the Salesforce journey to Salesforce program, then you will get the employer connection, because the program coordinators are they will help you. The programmers will help you to get contact with the employer, and that is a huge advantage, is it right? It's a big advantage, right? Because why we are learning, we need to get a job, right? So if you want to get a job, we need the employer connections. So these employer connections, these people will arrange for you once you finish this journey to Salesforce program. It contains administration modules also. It contains developer modules also. Once you finish this, the complete modules in the journey to Salesforce, then as I said before, the program coordinators will help you to get connected with the employer. Once you get the connection, then they will conduct an interview. I'm sure you will get a job. So that's all for this today's sessions, and I will just share the links. So whatever the links are, just the related with the developer.console and other things. So let me open the modules once again. Okay. I think I created here. Okay. And the journey to Salesforce also there. And journey to Salesforce link also, I will share it, and go to this link and register and start study if possible today itself. Register this journey to Salesforce program. Register into the Salesforce journey to Salesforce program and start study. Okay, thanks. That's end of this section, and I hope you got some information about this. I know that this is just an introduction, because for me also it's a very new thing, because I never taken a class for this for students, especially. But in business, it's a different thing. Anyway, thanks for this opportunity, and thanks for all joiners for the joining, and good night. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Okay, sir, thank you. Your session was very informative and useful. Now, if anybody is having any doubts or questions, you can ask right now.
If if you need any doubt, any questions, or any help from my side, you can contact me. I will give my personal email ID. No issues. I can always help you, because I think I can share some resources, study resources and other things. Suppose if you want it. So this is my personal email ID. You can send the details. I'm happy to help. If there is any questions, uh, or if you want any modules related things, then I can share the details also. Thanks, and okay. Bye bye. Good night, and take care, everyone.
Okay, sir, let's wind up the session after the vote of thanks.
Okay, please carry on.
Kavya?
Hello and good evening to all. On behalf of our college and CSE department, my sincere thanks to our resource person, Mr. Arun Debanu, who spent his precious time with us to enlighten our minds. Thank you, sir. I extend my thanks to our principal, Dr. Manju J, and CSE department HOD, Ms. Suma ST, for this opportunity and support, and Ms. Preeti Mariam Matthews for organizing and coordinating this workshop for the students. I would like to express my heartful gratitude to all of you who sincerely committed to this event to make this a huge success. this event would have been impossible without the support of each and everyone present here. Thank you all.
Okay. Okay, Kavya, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.